Okay, so in this video, we're going to be looking at multiplying polynomials. First question, k minus 1 squared. When we have something squared, of course, it just means it's multiplying by itself that number of times, in this twice. So we have k minus 1 times k minus 1. Of course, I can use my distributive property, k is k squared. K times negative 1 is negative k. Negative 1 times k is negative k again. Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. Negative times negative gives me a positive. I have negative k squared. Negative k minus k gives me negative 2k. And I have my plus 1 is the same. My negative k minus my negative k will be negative k plus minus k. Now, of course, we know how to solve this. Negative k minus k. Hence, because we have negative 1 as our coefficient, we would add our negative 1 and negative 1, which gives us negative 2k. Understood? Alright, moving to our next question, we have 4y minus 2 times plus 2. Right. We use our distributive property here. 4y times y gives me 4y squared. 4y times positive 2 gives me 8y. Negative times 1 gives me negative 2y. Negative 2 times positive 2 gives me negative 4. Now, of course, I have to add my like terms together. Positive 8y and negative 2y gives me positive 6y minus my 4. There we go. That would be my answer. Now, this is my answer, but I can also simplify it further to take my 2 out, which gives me 2y squared plus 3y minus 2. That would be my answer right there. Alright, we're moving into some more complicated questions now. Feel free to pause the video and try these yourself if you'd like to. 2x squared plus 1 times x squared plus 4x plus 4. Distributive property, very important here. There we go. 2x squared times x. Good. We have our 2x squared times our x squared here. Well, because we have the same, sorry, we can multiply coefficients 2 and 1, which gives me 2 squared times x squared is x power 4. Now we know that that is 2x to the power 4. Now we have 2x squared times 4x, which gives me positive 8x to the power 3. My coefficients multiplied together, 4 and 2 gives me 8. X squared times x gives me x to the power 3. Makes sense? Now I have 2x squared times positive 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Pretty straightforward. 8 squared. Positive 8 squared. Alright. Now moving to my second part that I have to do, which is using my x with everything. X times x squared gives me x to the power 3. X times x squared is x to the power 3. We know that by our exponent laws, x to the power 1 times x to the power 2. When we multiply two exponents with the same base, we can add our exponents. We have x to the power 3. Right? Pretty straightforward. And we have 4x times x, which gives me positive 4x squared. And just 4x. Pretty easy. And we go, lastly, we have to times everything by 1. This is pretty straightforward. Anything times 1 is the same number, so it stays the same. So we have positive x squared plus 4x plus 4. Now I can add like terms, but it's going to be easier if I put all my like terms together, place everything together. So 8x to the power 3 plus x to the power 3, which is right here. I have my x squareds now. 8x squared. There we go. 4x squared. X squared. 4x. 4x plus 4. There we go. It's very long, but don't stress out. All we have to do is add our like terms, which is very straightforward. Same base, same variable, same power. Now we can just add the two coefficients, which is 8 plus 1, which is 9x to the power 3. We have 9 of these x to the power 3's. 8x squared plus 4x squared, well, that's 12x squared. We add our coefficients. 12x squared plus 1x squared gives me 13x squared. There we go. My last part, 4x plus 4x is 8x because we have the same base or same variable. We have coefficients 4 plus 4, which is 8x, plus 4 at the very end. 2x to the power 4. 9 plus 9x to the power 3 plus 13x squared, perfect, plus 8x plus 4. I just rewrote that, but there we go. That's our answer. Pretty long, but just follow the distributive property and you should get the right answer. All right, moving to our last question here. Feel free to pause the video and try this question on your own. It's not too difficult, this one here. We're multiplying a binomial x1 with our polynomial x squared plus 4x plus 6. Okay, we start with our distributive property times everything with x squared, x to the power 1 times x squared. We looked at the last question. We add our exponents. We have the same base. We have x to the power 3. Perfect. 4x times x gives me positive 4 squared. We times our x's together, so we have 4x squared. 6 times x gives me positive 6x. Positive 1 times x squared, of course, stays the same, so we can just write down our second part of our question here. I forgot the name for that, but yeah, we can write down. Oh yeah, we can write down our polynomial here: x squared plus 4x plus 6. Sorry about that. X squared plus 4x plus 4x plus 6. I guess we write down our polynomial just as. Bring my like terms together makes it much easier. 4x here. What are my other x squared terms? Well, I have just 1x squared. I add plus x squared. I have 6x plus 4x. Bring those together, of course. Done. I have my 6 plus 6. Perfect. We can add our like terms together. Now we have x to the power 3. Perfect. Whew. Yeah. Alright, so we have x to the power 3. 4x squared plus 1x squared gives us positive 5x squared. 6x plus 4x is 10x. Add my coefficients together. I have the same variable, which is very important, with the same power of 1. 10x plus 6. There we go. That was my answer. And that was multiplying polynomials.